What's going on, Wix Nation? MPS here from Wix Training Academy, and today I'm going to show you how to build a paid membership website in Wix using the Wix Paid Plans app. However, we're going to have a little fun today, and we're going to change up the style of the video. Rather than me walking you through step-by-step how to add this app, I've already done several videos on this, which are right above in the card, and you can click on them, watch the full tutorial. But you guys have asked some incredible questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a screenshot on the video here, and I'm going to read your questions. And rather than going through step by step, I'm just going to literally show you on screen the answer to your questions. I've taken some of the most popular questions that have repeatedly been asked, so I hope this video will cover most of them. If it doesn't, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'd be happy to do another video answering more questions. But I think there's no better way to address the hard, difficult questions that you have that have been constantly asked by all of you than to literally answer them outright. If you're ready for today's video and you haven't joined Wix Nation yet, I'd kindly ask that you hit that subscribe button, turn those bell notifications on, and instantly join a thriving Wix community. In fact, the largest global Wix training community. I'd love to have you. Let's jump into your questions. Okay, so I'm going to read off the questions from my phone because I've got them here, and you'll see them here on the screen. Question 1 is asked by Katharina S. Thanks for the great videos. You're welcome. I have a question, though. In a different video, you explained how to build a custom member login. That works fine, but when I add the paid membership part, Wix automatically uses the standardized Wix login. How can I change that to my custom built login? Katharina, this is an excellent question, and here's how I'm going to answer that. So with the Wix Paid Plans app, first and foremost, if you want to test it, make sure you publish your website so you can test it in published mode. Secondly, I've added a button here on the homepage. I'm going to go to the Wix Paid Plans app. So I created just a sample plan here that's just basic. There's nothing to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press select. And then what happens is it directly goes here to Wix's standard login and sign up. Okay, so now let me address the question part of this. Since you're using the Wix Paid Plan app, this is an automatic part of the payment processing sequence. It has to go through Wix's standardized registration and login process for the first time. However, here's how I will answer your question. There is no way to default that, change that at the moment. Right now, it's not customizable through Wix. Wix is working on it. But once someone goes through and they do go ahead and create their Wix account and their login details, it's going to take them through the payment process. They'll go to whatever payment processor you have up, whether that's WixPay, PayPal, Stripe, whatever that may be. It'll take them through the rest of that process, and then they'll be redirected back to your site. At that point, what you can do is one of two things. You no longer have to use Wix's standardized login after that. In fact, once they've already gone through the process and they've created their login details, here's the beautiful part. Those login details are stored with Wix universally, which means you can now build your custom login. So that way, every time someone logs in after they've already purchased a plan on your site, they can use your custom login to go ahead and log in because those details are already stored. They created their Wix account, and that custom login uses the same backend through Wix, which means they can go through, create their account, create their login credentials through the standardized Wix login, and then what you can do is you see how there's a login button up here. This is the Wix standard login. You don't have to use this. So that way when people come back to your site and they go to log in to access their account to get your membership details or course, whatever you're offering through your Wix Paid Plans, that's where you can build out your custom login. So that way people are logging in through the custom experience from time and time again rather than initially. So unfortunately, like I said, there's no way to bypass that initial standard Wix login. However, after the initial, you can make it your own custom login every single time and just create a button to access that login, and that'll take them right to their Wix account like it would normally do through the standardized one. Hope that answers your question. Okay, so our second question is asked here by Cam. Hi there. So I understood the steps you used here, but I am a little confused on next steps. I want to create a plan where once they buy the course, they can log in to see videos and worksheets that I created. I do not see where I can attach content to the plan. So Cam, this is an excellent question, and I actually just addressed this question with an entire mini series called How to Build an Online Course in Wix. I'm going to throw that up in the card above. I would recommend looking at that, but from a high level view, because I did a complete mini series on that, and I'm not going to do a whole mini series here on screen, is what you would do. Just like I answered Katharina's question, you can create your custom login, and then you'll have that redirect to a member account page. So to add a Wix members area to your site, you would go to add, and you would scroll down to members. You can see I've already added one. Once you have that members area added, what you can do is you can go to your page manager, and then you can go to member pages, click the My Account page. Once you're in the My Account page, this is where they access and edit their account details. You can actually add pages that are only viewed in here in the My Account page. To do that, what you would do is you would go to Menus and Pages, and you would just press Add a New Page under this Member Pages tab. What that will do is it will create a way for you to post your course content to a page. Now, how you post your course content is completely up to you. If you're doing a video course, I would recommend an app maybe like Wix Videos. If you're doing a variety of different materials, I would recommend building out a database, which is what I show you in this How to Build an Online Course in Wix mini-series. Building out a database and then linking a repeater to your members page right here and posting the content from the database to the repeater, so that way every time they log in, they're taken to their member page, and then they can go directly to the course straight from their member account page, and then you've got all of the course content listed out in repeaters, and you can even have multiple modules and multiple different pieces of content, video, audio, PDFs, all of that variety using the databases, and I explain all of that in my mini-series on how to build an online course in Wix. Again, the cards above. That would be my answer. I hope this answer helped you out. Okay, question number 3 comes from Fireball VFX. His question, very well explained, thank you. I want to ask if it is possible to allow client to buy a plan for lifetime without canceling. I want client to purchase a video course that way. Once a client paid for the plan, next time he clicks on the product, will he go directly to it by skipping the payment page or paid plans page? Excellent questions here, Fireball VFX. I'm going to answer the first one initially. First and foremost, is it possible to allow a client to buy a plan for a lifetime without canceling? Yes. Let me show you how. So we're actually here in our Wix dashboard. If you go to the plans page here, you can access the Wix dashboard going to plans and pricing. If you go ahead, click on it and press manage plans, it'll pull up our Wix dashboard in our manage plans section. What you're going to have to do is obviously create a plan, right? So create a plan. You'll enter the plan name, a tagline if you want. You can list out all of the benefits of the plan. Now, to answer your question, can you create a one-time, lifetime access purchase to your course? Yes. What you do is you would click one-time payment, you would select the price, and then length of plan, you would just simply press until canceled, and that would give them lifetime access until they cancel, and it's a one-time payment, one-time fee. You set that price. Hope that answered your initial question. To answer your second question, once they've paid for the plan, when they actually go to click the product, will they go directly to it by bypassing that Wix paid plans? Yes, if they are signed in. So similar to the previous question, how I said they can log in, go directly to their My Account page, you can have that same process. You can create a login that will take them directly to their My Account page after they've purchased for their Wix paid plan, and they'll get access to that page and that content as long as you've allowed it in member permissions. Now, this leads to another important point. Here's how to access member permissions. You're going to go to Customer Management, and then you're going to look for Site Members. Down under Manage, you'll click Site Members, and then you'll go up here to Member Permissions. When you click Member Permissions, what you'll see here is you'll see a default all members. This means this is just all of the members. And if you want to go ahead and create a specific permission, and what I mean by this is if X person purchased X plan, they will get access to X pages. That's essentially what the member permission sequence is all about. To make that happen, what you'll do is set permissions. However, if we click this, we'll notice there's no member-only pages currently on our site, which means what you have to do is you have to go to your editor, and whatever pages you're posting your course content on, that confidential private access, you have to assign a member page to. So for instance, if we go ahead and we add a page here and we'll just call it course content. What we would have to do is we would have to click these 3 buttons. We will then go down to settings, and then we will go to permissions. And what this is essentially saying is this is where it allows you to set the permissions. So you can choose whether all members, everybody that has registered on your website has access to this, or only selected members or paying customers. If you click this, you would select that, and then you would choose which of the member roles get access. So you can choose silver tier, just like the role we applied, they get access, or you can select from your paid plans. So only the silver plan gets access to this page, which means if a member, just any random member, tries to sign in and access this course content, they cannot unless they are a silver tier member of your Wix paid plans and they've already purchased. So that way, when they go to log in, it's already synced up with their Wix account, which indicates that it'll take them straight to your course page rather than going through the entire payment process again. And that's how that works. And you would assign a member permission. I hope that helped answer your questions. Our next question comes from Cambridge Dog Services. Thank you for this very useful video. You're welcome. Once I've set up my membership, etc., how do I add the course pages? So just like we did in the past 2 questions, once you've actually set your membership and set your paid plan, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to designate pages on your website to your course. So that way, that's where you're posting your course content. After you post your course content, I'll create another page here, and we'll name this Course Content 2. Course Content 2. We'll click Done. If you click these 3 little buttons here, we're going to do the same exact thing. You'll need to go to Settings, Permissions, and you're going to need to make this a members only page. Once you do that, you're going to have to only select members or paying customers. Once you get in here, you can choose from your member roles who gets access to this. And essentially what you'll need to do is, depending on if you have different tiers, you'll need to select which membership tier gets access to this specific course page. And you would select that from here, and any paid plan member or tiers you have will be listed right here under select plans, or you can add a new plan, and that'll be who gets access to these course pages. And that's how it works. So basically you have to create a page, you have to make it members only, and assign it to whatever membership tier that you want to have access to this particular course page. If there's only one tier, then you'll select it to that tier, and you'll have to do that for every course page that you add. Now, as far as how many course pages you need to add, that's completely up to you and how you design and develop the course. I hope this answers your question. Our next question comes from Barry Gilman Music. I want to have a free trial run on a specific plan, i.e., they view free trial for 14 days and automatically convert to the appropriate paid plan originally chosen. Also needed to land on a specific page when completing purchase to divert the member sign-up page that I created. Some features as PayPal. Can this be done on Wix paid plans? So, to answer your first question, as far as a 14-day free trial, yes, you can make this happen. You need to go to create plan, and when you start creating your plan, just like I showed previously, you'll enter plan name, add the benefits, and then what you'll do is you'll add a reoccurring payment. Well, you'll have to decide which of these your course or your membership website is going to be, whether it's going to be a one-time payment or a reoccurring payment. Once you do that, you'll have to enter the payment frequency, the price, and the length of the plan. However, you can see there's a nice nifty button here, enable free trial. You can choose right here the length of the free trial. So you can have a 14-day free trial, 7-day free trial, 30-day, or you could enter a custom amount of days. And what happens here is it'll give them a free trial period for that number of days, and then it'll automatically go ahead, just like you said, and convert over to the plan that they chose based on the reoccurring payments option. And that's how the free trial run works. To answer your second question, after purchase, they are taken back via Wix paid plans. Wix paid plans currently does not give you the ability to default where they're taken back to. It'll default back to your website directly. And from there, my suggestion is to have that login, that custom login or registration button readily available so that way they can access their account and go into the course content like you said. Again, this is something Wix Paid Plans is working on, but at the moment it'll default straight back to your website, and it does depend on the payment processor too, i.e. PayPal, Wix Payments, Stripe, etc. So that is how that's going to have to work for right now. I hope this answered your question. And lastly, the final question I got, probably the most out of everything as a question, comes from several people, and I'm going to read off each of their questions just so you can see each minute diversity in each question. First and foremost, our question comes from Delta Pilot. Hey, is it possible to automatically cancel the membership if he did not pay for this month? Next question relating to cancellation comes from Joan B. Thanks for the great video. You're welcome. Just added this to my site, but when I delete a member to cancel membership, it does not delete the automatic payment. Do I have to manually delete automatic payment too? Seems like something that would happen with delete member. Great question. I will answer it in a sec. Our next cancellation question comes from Pam Mo. Could you not have an automated subscription cancellation app button that can stop payments and close accounts while archiving the data and sending an automated confirmation response to the canceled subscriber when cancellations are received? When memberships get large, it will be difficult to go in manually and adjust every account. Okay, so to answer each of these questions, what I'm going to do is first you have to go to your dashboard, go to paid plans, and then to manage your purchase plans, you have to click purchased plans. Traditionally, anybody that has purchased a plan, become a member, will be listed right here. You can filter those people too. What you would need to do is it'll show their purchase date, plan holder name, plan name, valid until payment status, plan status. When there's an actual member in here, there will be an option to cancel payment. You will need to cancel this under payment status, cancel payment. When you do this, depending on how it is set up originally, if it is a one-time purchase, what will happen is it'll cancel. They will no longer have access to the content they originally had access to, except they will not get refunded. If a one-time purchase wants to be refunded, you will have to manually do that through the payment provider, whoever that was, that payment processor, i.e. PayPal, Stripe, Wix Payments. However, if it's a reoccurring, what will happen is you as the admin will choose when that cancellation stops. So if, let's say, they're on a monthly cycle and it is the mid of January, their January payment already went through, they will be canceled at the start of February, which means they'll have access through February, and then their cancellation will happen and the automatic payment should stop. If there's problems with automatic payments stopping, you need to reach out to the payment processor, i.e. PayPal, Wix Payments, Stripe, to figure out why that has not stopped. Because via the Wix Paid Plans app, when you cancel in here, it should stop. And then it will say, once you cancel, if they're on a reoccurring plan, valid until, and then it'll update to when they're now valid until, because of course, if they cancel mid-January, it'll be valid until February 1st, we'll just say, and then they will no longer have access to that content. That's how cancellations work here on Wix Paid Plans. I hope that answered and addressed all of your questions. Okay, so there you have it. I went ahead and addressed the most popular, most common questions relating to how to build a paid membership website in Wix and with the Wix Paid Plans app. First and foremost, if this video helped you out, please drop a like down below. It's much appreciated. Secondly, comment below and let me know if I answered your question and if it helped you out. And if not, go ahead and start a new question thread so that way if there's enough demand from the questions, again, I can create another one of these videos to answer any outstanding questions that I may have missed that might be more minute than the most popular questions. And lastly, I would love to have you here in our Wix Nation community. I really, truly would. I think this would be a great place for you, and we would love to have you. Click that subscribe button and turn those bell notifications on so you never miss any content here, and you'll plug into an amazing community. You just saw in some of the comments I just read off, people are engaged, they're plugging in, they're asking questions. I also see people answering each other's questions, which is awesome. That's what I want to see. I want this community to help each other out, to be there for each other, and that's what we're doing here. So I would love to have you part of that, and again, it happens by clicking that subscribe button, turn those bell notifications on so you're staying engaged, staying interactive here on the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really, really, truly hope that I addressed everyone's most common, most popular questions so that way you can continue to move forward in building your paid membership website in Wix. And if you didn't see the exact how-to step-by-step video, it's in the cards, and I'll throw it in the description below as well. And make sure to head over to Wix Training Academy, sign up for the free access and free Wix tips. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you on our next one.